From WQOW, this is Eau Claire's own News 18 6 p.m. report.
Thanks for choosing News 18 tonight. I'm Katie Fernetton. A community is coming together by raising funds for a woman who was hit by a train in Fall Creek earlier this week. As we reported, it happened Monday just before 4 p.m. on the 300 block of North Wisconsin Street. Fall Creek police said when first responders arrived, the pedestrian was moving in and out of consciousness and taken to an area hospital. Yesterday, the Fall Creek Area Fire District shared a social media post saying the person hit was one of their EMTs, Amanda Wright. A GoFundMe has been set up to help with Amanda's recovery. The post went on to say she broke her sternum, foot, arm, and lost 3 teeth. Wright told News 18 she was wearing noise-canceling headphones while walking her dog Brody, and he was not hurt. She believes Brody pulled her arm, preventing her from taking the brunt of the train. If you would like to donate to the GoFundMe and read more of Amanda's story, just head to our website. Let's get a check of the weather now with Storm Tracker 18 Chief Meteorologist Matt Schaefer.
We do have those changes coming this weekend. We're first going to warm up after a little chillier of a day today. More typical fall-like weather or November-like weather as we've turned the calendar. But the sun is pretty much set. It has actually officially set before the top of the hour. Still some colors in the sky. Unfortunately, by the end of the weekend, it's going to be a lot darker, of course, at this time because we turn the clocks back on Sunday morning. 43 right now. The wind is calm and it should stay fairly light through the night tonight. We are dry. There are a few sprinkles though approaching Polk, St. Croix County. We could continue that this evening and overnight, but overall a pretty slight chance, partly to mostly cloudy for most of us. Dropping to the mid-30s by tomorrow morning, so not as cold. I'll have more details in a little bit.
Thanks, Matt. DECI, or Downtown Eau Claire Inc., is looking to reorganize its business to be separate from the city of Eau Claire. According to the executive director, through the 22 years of the organization, it has always been an independent nonprofit. However, it has shared its resources, documents, staff, and strategies with the city. Now the organization is looking to remove its interconnectedness with the city and work more independently. This means that they wouldn't operate through the city as much as instead work with them. She says as the businesses and the community has grown, its needs have changed. Going through this process will allow DECI to stay more active in the community and with the businesses on topics that affect them.
DECI is looking to become part of the Main Street Association through WEDC, which is Wisconsin Economic Development, and it allows us access to resources and grant opportunities that we just currently don't have under its current structure.
She adds, through this restructure, fun events like the Fall Fest will continue. If anything, she says, more activities might be added. On November 13th, the organization will be hoping to make these changes permanent and start their new path of working with the city by January 1st. The Eau Claire Community Foundation opened its applications today for its community grant cycle. Any tax-exempt nonprofit that serves Eau Claire County is eligible to apply now through January 15th. The grant has been used in the past to support programs and asset purchases, but now this year, nonprofits can apply for grants to support their operations as well. The Eau Claire Community Foundation is holding training sessions on how to apply for the grants. You can see those dates on your screen. To learn more or to register for a training session, just head to our website. Covering the courts now, the sentence was handed down today for one of the 8 people charged after a homicide in Jackson County. Gerardo Trevino was charged last year with aiding a felon after the death of Richard Lee Bork. Bork's wife, Star Myers, is charged with killing him. The others, including Trevino, allegedly helped her burn the body and destroy evidence. Friday, Trevino was sentenced to 4 years of prison and 4 years of extended supervision. The homicide case against Star Myers is still open with a next court date of September 2025. In Dunn County, a man convicted of sexually assaulting a child was sentenced to prison. A jury found Daniel Sims guilty of 4 felonies in August. Today, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison and 6 years of extended supervision. Sims is currently serving time for sexually assaulting a woman multiple times while she slept. An appeal in that case was recently filed. Another case in Dunn County where Sims was accused of sexually assaulting a different child was dismissed a month ago. An entire school received free books today in honor of a nonprofit helping kids for the last 30 years. Since 1994, the Friends of the L.E. Phillips Memorial Public Library have run an annual Give a Kid a Book program. Over those years, they've donated over 80,000 new books to kids in need across the Chippewa Valley. To celebrate their anniversary, students at Lakeshore Elementary School were treated to an all-school assembly. Then each student was able to choose their own book.
We know that it's not just these walls that involves helping the kids learn and grow. And at Lakeshore, we consistently have community organizations and groups come to us and say, hey, we want to help your kids. We want to support your kids. So it just feels like everyone rallies around our school.
Right now, the Give a Kid a Book program is accepting new children's books through December 16th. To learn more about how you can contribute, visit WQOW.com. And at Flynn Elementary School, students there are working together to help victims of the recent hurricanes in the U.S. The Change for Change fundraiser is a celebration of the school's international Peace Site designation. It's also a chance for students to learn the benefits of civic duty. Each classroom contains a jar to collect cash and coins for the hurricane victims, and students also help out by creating the posters for the event.
We're kind of just like helping them raise money because if we had a hurricane, like Harper said, we want them to help us. And we're really lucky that they don't come through here, but if they did, we would want people to like help us.
The school's fundraiser will run through November 8th, and 100% of the proceeds will go towards natural disaster victims. An educational service agency in Chippewa Falls celebrated the finished construction of its solar panels. CISA 10 in Chippewa Falls held a ribbon cutting for its completion of 235 solar panels. An executive director tells News 18 the project began 2 years ago. The goal was to commit their efforts to solar energy and STEM education. This means not only will it help them provide them with 80% of their power every year, but they will also be used for learning opportunities.
We actually will have an e-gauge installed at the site here so we can see how much solar we're receiving and how much power we're needing from the grid on a day-to-day basis. And so it's going to be a really effective educational tool.
In the future, they'd like students to visit the solar panels to learn about more about solar energy, mathematics, and STEM fields. She also says if the panels generate more than what they need, the energy will be sold back to the grid. The final price tag of the project was $264,000. Western Wisconsin will be the home to another political visit over the weekend. The Trump-Vance campaign announced today Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will be speaking in Rice Lake at noon tomorrow as part of a Team Trump on Tour event. He'll speak at the UW-Eau Claire Barron County Gym. Doors open at 11 a.m. You can register for general admission tickets on our website. Former President Donald Trump will be holding a rally in Milwaukee tonight. He'll be speaking at Pfizer Forum, and the event will start at 7 p.m. He will rally voters on his Make America Affordable Again plan. And Vice President Kamala Harris will also be in Milwaukee tonight. She'll host her When We Vote, We Win rally at the Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center, along with a concert. Rapper Cardi B is one of the guests who will be speaking tonight. A local business is celebrating the reuniting of the living and the dead. Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is a colorful holiday traditionally observed on November 1st and 2nd in Mexico. On these days, families welcome back the souls of their deceased loved ones, celebrating with food and drink. Today, Speedy Gas Station in Eau Claire invited guests to enjoy the day with Mexican food, face painting, and live music.
And we just try to remember, we call the ofrenda. So anybody who has passed away and leave us, we try to remember by putting their favorite meals, their favorite bread, snacks. So for our culture, it's huge.
Some of the traditional foods and beverages served today include tamales, pan de muerto, orzo con leche, and Mexican hot chocolate. It goes until 8 tonight, so there's still time to celebrate with them if you wish. Speedy is located on Hamilton Avenue by Furnish 123. If you're a veteran in need of a free haircut or dental checkup, then an event in Eau Claire is just for you. CVTC is hosting Give Vets a Smile next Saturday on November 9th from 9 to 4. This is footage from last year. It'll take place at the college's Health Education Center on West Claremont. Free services include dental care such as cleaning, x-rays, and extractions, as well as lung tests, chair massages, wellness screenings, and haircuts. Registration is required for some services. To register, head to our website. Still ahead at 6, a lot is going on in the Chippewa Valley this weekend. We'll have some events you can check out ahead. But first, let's think ahead to summer. The Northern Wisconsin State Fair releasing its grandstand lineup for 2025. Lauren will be hitting the stage after the break.
Today dried out after a soggy Halloween, though I am tracking a couple more chances for rain in my forecast.
And on Wall Street today, the Dow gaining 288 points. The price of oil went up as well, 7 cents to $69.33 a barrel.
From WQOW, this is Eau Claire's own News 18 6 p.m. report.
The Northern Wisconsin State Fair is putting us into summer mode. They've released their grandstand lineup for 2025. Newly inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Foreigner will be taking the stage Saturday night. Other acts include Montgomery Gentry, featuring Eddie Montgomery, Hairball, and Florida. The fair is July 9th through the 13th. Pre-sale tickets for Fair Fan Club members will be available on Wednesday, November 6th. Public tickets go on sale November 8th. You can find more information on how to get your tickets on our website. Well, there are a few events you may want to check out this weekend in the Chippewa Valley. Grab your friends for Wicked Wine Weekend at the Coffee Grounds in Eau Claire. It goes until 7 tonight and again tomorrow afternoon. You'll be able to taste over 40 wines, dive into a charcuterie buffet, have some bourbons and other spirits. You can shop until you drop at the Flynn Fall Market tomorrow. More than 60 local vendors and crafters will be set up, and you'll be able to win some prizes. The money raised will go towards school events, trips, and staff appreciation. And you can bowl for your four-legged friends at Bullwinkle's Pin for Paws event. You can bowl, enjoy signature drinks and Toppers Pizza, a costume contest, and more. Proceeds will benefit Bob's House for Dogs and the Eau Claire Community Humane Association. For more events happening in the Chippewa Valley this weekend, just head to our website and click on the Community tab.
Now, your Storm Tracker 18 weather.
I still have some great pictures to show you for the weekend on Fall Photo Friday, but it's probably going to be the last one of the year as the leaves falling off a lot of the trees. Still a couple, though, near peak, like this one that Eileen shared with us. Thank you very much. James, yeah, creative, showing the colors on the ground after the leaves have fallen. And then this picture that Tina took yesterday, she posted for a Halloween theme, certainly eerie with the sunshine silhouetting this tree, but you can see a lot of the leaves have already fallen off that one. And another sign that fall is over, Julie shares this frosted over flower from Rock Falls over the past week or so. Thanks for everyone who sent in pictures all season long, and keep them coming, as even though we might not be doing Fall Photo Friday, there's always reason to share weather and nature pictures. We love seeing them, especially on that WQOW weather photography page. Not a lot of rain in the month of October. We didn't get our first quarter of an inch till the 24th of the month. Then we got an inch with the last 2 days, that system over the last couple days, which kept us from being very dry, jumping us up just a little bit. We ended up with 1.32 inches. Again, vast majority of that in the last 2 days. The deficit still an inch or more, a little over an inch below average, but it could have been worse if we didn't get this last system of rain. Still have a surplus on the year, but that too has decreased over the last month. Looking ahead to November, let's start with the temperatures. On average, the average high drops from 50 to 35. It's a pretty big drop of temperatures through the month of November. We can still get upper 70s early in the month, though late in the month our coldest low temperatures can get down below 0, though the average lows go from the freezing mark to the teens. Precipitation-wise, we start to see a little bit lesser amounts than the summer and fall because it gets colder, but 1.79 is the average. The wettest, over 7.5 inches in 91. Last year was the driest ever, just 0.05 of an inch. It's also common to see snow in November, though a bit more common later in the month. The most ever was in 1985, 19 inches. But there have been 7 Novembers that have not had any measurable snowfall, just traces. Could see a little bit of sprinkle activity overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Don't expect a whole lot from this. The clouds at least partially clear for the afternoon tomorrow. We're going to be drier and warmer. I do think this November is going to be warmer than average and wetter than average, especially in the first half where we have a little better data on. Rain chances return Saturday night into Sunday, but it's not really likely unless you're southeast of the Chippewa River. North and west, just going to be a few isolated shower chances, and the further northwest you go, the lower it is with this system that departs Sunday evening. By the time we get into Monday morning has a widespread round for all of us, though it's a kind of a quicker hitter, and by the afternoon, we do get into some dry period with just an isolated shower or two left. For tonight, 33 for the low, a few sprinkles, lighter winds. Up to 59 tomorrow, it's about 10 degrees above average. A little breeze returns in the afternoon up to about 15 miles an hour, and our temperatures warm up for Monday with our most likely chance of rain Sunday night into Monday morning, 65 before we begin to cool down. But even as we cool down, it's a little above average next week. We'll see some shower chances into Election Day Tuesday. Best chances in the morning with isolated activity the rest of the day.
And you guys, I did not put the Christmas tree up today.
Uh-oh.
But I did turn on the music.
I was going to say the music has to have started, right?
It did. It did.
It's November, getting closer.
I still got to strategize where the tree is going to go because we got some new furniture. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's your weekend project.
Sorry, everyone. Yes. Well, Lake Tavern here to talk sports. Big opportunity for Bloomer this weekend, huh?
Hard to believe, but Bloomer does not have a team championship in its entire history. They've had some great athletes and a chance to turn it around tomorrow. I'll explain what team can bring.
Now, News 18 Sports.
As talented as teams are in Bloomer, the Blackhawks have never won a team championship in any sport. That could very well change tomorrow as the top-ranked Bloomer girls cross-country team competes at state. All 7 members of last fall's runner-up squad are back, led by the Hartman triplets. Bloomer won the Clover Belt Conference and then a second straight sectional title this season. Last year, Bloomer was excited to make state and make the podium. They were almost shocked when they finished second. As they were sent off to state this afternoon, the expectation is to bring home history.
We're ready. I don't want to jinx anything or say that we aren't going to win tomorrow because we have a huge hill and hurdle ahead of us to win this state championship. But if we can, I think we're all ready for it.
The Bloomer girls race other Division II teams at 12:40 p.m. Saturday in Wisconsin Rapids. Seth Rogie will represent Bloomer in the boys race at 2:35. D3 girls lead off at noon. I'll have coverage from every race tomorrow right here on News 18. The ride has been anything but smooth for the Altoona Rails volleyball team. A 1-5 start, some tough setbacks early, but a big win over Fall Creek at a tournament sparked a Rails late season rally that is now 1 win from state. Altoona rallied again last night against St. Croix Falls, coming from down 2-0 to advance to the sectional finals. This is Paris Cooley's first season as head coach. There are new assistants on the bench. A few Rails have state experience in other sports, but everyone on this volleyball team has come together to fight, and who knows how far the Rails can ride the momentum.
I think that knowledge that they can fight, that they can come back, that they can win in any circumstance if they just believe in each other and pull together, fight together, that they're a tough out. Whatever happens from here on it's just extra gravy.
Altoona faces Shawano Saturday night in Merrill, 7 o'clock. At the same time, Regis plays Cochrane Fountain City at Eau Claire North. Emmanuel Lutheran battles Prentice in Bruce. Barron hosts Prescott, and River Falls meets Hudson in New Richmond. Winners tomorrow advance to state. Let's talk football now. Level 2 games just about a half hour from now. Regis is at home against Onalaska Luther. Mondovi is at Grantsburg. Boyceville Spring Valley both at home. McDonald Central visits Owen Withee, 8-player quarterfinal. Stanley Boyd up in Northwestern. We'll talk about these games and others on Sports Overtime.
You got some good games tonight, Nick, and the weather, while it is getting a little colder, it's November now. You can't say starting temperatures in the 40s and 30s is bad this time of year. It's great football weather.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.